Hello, welcome to Oceanic Oracle. My name is Ari and today we're going to be choosing books for my May TBR. If you're new to this channel, hello. Every month I draw these cards and I pick the books that I'm going to be reading in the next month. I have a playlist of all my past videos up here, so if you're interested in checking out the rules, go check out January's TBR. I am making an amends for my cards this month. The past few months I've consistently been reading over 10 books a month, so I decided instead of just drawing 7 cards, I'm going to challenge myself a bit more and draw 10 cards this month. Feel free to join in if you want. You can pick and choose prompts if you're interested. I have read all the cards from last month. The only cards that I have that are in a set or that are sort of a set are the green cards. I don't have all 3, but I do have 2, so if I want I can use this ability that I get, so I can swap a book in the middle of the month if I'm not feeling like it. I'm going to be drawing these out. In a second I will move to the table and I will start drawing cards and we'll see what books I end up getting. 10 books feels ambitious, but I think I can do it. May's gonna be a good month. Anyway, let's head off to my table and we'll get playing. Hello, welcome back to my small table. I have been accompanied by a cat, so if you hear any noise, that's her. So, I guess we should draw the first card. I have already shuffled and I have cut the deck, so let's get going. The first card of May is Guide Me. Read a book with a map in it. Okay. I think I can do that. Okay, so as you just saw, the first card that I drew was Guide Me, so to read a book featuring a map. The book I've chosen for this is one I got for my birthday, and it is Graceling. As you can see, it has a map in it. I'm very excited. So Graceling it's a YA fantasy. I think it was published in the early 2010s. In this world, everyone has a grace, so an ability that they're very good at. Our main character, Katza, has the grace of death, so she's really good at killing people. So everyone is sort of intimidated and put off by her. And this is about her journey to try and save, I think she's trying to save someone's life. It just sounds really cool. This cover is beautiful. And I'm just in the mood to pick up a bit more fantasy at the moment, so there we go. That is the first book and that is for Guide Me. Okay, book number 2 or card number 2 is BiPOC Representation. Read any book by a BiPOC author and or featuring a BiPOC protagonist. I can definitely do that. Okay, so card number 2 is BiPOC Representation, and the book that I've chosen for this card is The Heart Principle by Helen Hoang. Helen Hoang is a Vietnamese author. This is the 3rd book in the Kiss Quotient series. This book is about an influencer. She accidentally achieves a career success with a viral YouTube video and she gets burnt out trying to replicate that moment. She's in a relationship, but her boyfriend wants an open relationship and she decides to take out all her anger by going out and sleeping with a whole load of people. And that's when she meets our main male protagonist in this story, Kwon. Kwon has been in the other 2 books, so The Kiss Quotient and The Bride Test. I'm looking forward to picking this up. I got this for myself for Christmas. I'm looking forward to it. I love Helen Hoang's writing. I think it's really, really cool. Helen Hoang is an autistic author. She's really cool. I love her writing and I look forward to seeing what is going on in here. I have heard mixed reviews about this book, but I really didn't care. So I'm looking forward to picking it up. Card number 3. Please be good to me. Yes. A Rose by Any Other Name. Read a fantasy romance. Ooh, see what I can find for that. Okay, card number 3. A Rose by Any Other Name. Read a fantasy romance. The book I've chosen for this is This Woven Kingdom by Tabara Murphy. I knew her name sounded familiar when I picked this up, and it turns out she wrote the Shatter Me series. I know there's romance in here because it says that this is a story about clashing empires, forbidden romance, and a long forgotten queen. So I know that there's romance in here. I'm really looking forward to this. I believe this is a standalone, which I really enjoy, and yeah, it's thick, but I think I'm going to really love it. I'm looking forward to picking this up and I'm looking forward to seeing if I like Tabara Murphy's writing, because if I do, maybe I'll go and pick up the Shatter Me series. That's card 3. Card number 4 is Long Ago. Read a book classed as historical fiction. I
can do that.
Okay, so card number 4 is Long Ago. Read a book classed as historical fiction. You think I'd find this easy, but I decided to put the book that I'm doing for my 12 books for 12 months. So this was recommended to me. This is A Jewel in the Crown. So this is a book that takes place around World War II, so in 1942. This book talks about racism going on within India. It follows the life of an English girl and the prejudice that her lover goes through and the racism that is prevalent still. It talks about the state of Anglo-Indian relations, so the relationship between the United Kingdom and India. This sounds really interesting. Hopefully I like it. I will see. Sounds like history that would be cool to learn about. If you have any recommendations for like stuff that went on in India that aren't written by like white British authors, let me know in the comments below. Anyway, so that's for my Long Ago card.
Card number 5. Let's see. Anticipated read. Read any book from your anticipated reading list. Okay.
The next card I picked up, as you just saw, was anticipated read. Read any book that's on your anticipated reading list. And I'm finally going to do it. I'm finally going to commit and read The Language of Thorns. One of my sisters got this for me for Christmas. I have wanted to pick this up, but I haven't had the motivation to. So now I'm using this as an excuse to kick myself up the butt and pick it up. I really love the Grishaverse. This is a book with short stories about different areas in the Grishaverse. So they come from lots of different countries, lots of the different nations in there. It's illustrated. It's these myths that go on within these countries. They have like beautiful illustrations in them. It looks really cool, and I think hopefully I'll be able to go through it quite quickly. I'm really excited to get to read this. So yeah, that is my anticipated read card.
Card number 6 is translated fiction. Read a book classed as translated fiction. Okay, let's have a look on my shelves and see what I can find.
As you just saw, I picked up the translated fiction card. Now this is to read a book that's classed as translated fiction. Now I'm actually going to use this to give myself a break. I've got a lot of books to go through and I decided to pick up, this one is actually one that I haven't read, Tales of Moomin Valley. So this is by Tove Jansson. Tove Jansson is a Swedish Finn. She wrote Finn Family Moomintroll. This is, I believe, the second book in the Finn Family Moomintroll series. No, it's not. It's further along. Finn Family Moomintroll is the childhood storybook that I remember the most. I am half Finnish, so like anything to do with like Moomintroll and Tove Jansson is really interesting to me. Hopefully I like this book. I do have Finn Family Moomintroll up on my top shelf, but I thought if I gave myself a little bit of a break and read a book with characters that I already know that I love, it will make my life easier. Plus it means that I actually have read this book now and I can cross it off my like shameful books I haven't read yet list. So there we go. That's for translated fiction. It's translated from Finnish to English and I'm excited. So there we go. Can't wait to return to Moomin Valley.
Card number 7, and we have The Wind, It's Calling. Read any book featuring elemental magic. Ooh, this will be fun.
Okay, so I've just drawn The Wind, It's Calling, which is to read a book featuring elemental magic. The way that I'm using elemental magic may not be the most straightforward way of using elemental magic, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm continuing my reread of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, so I'm reading Battle of the Labyrinth. There's definitely elemental stuff that goes on in here. Percy is a son of Poseidon. He can control water, so technically elemental magic, but there are other things that go on in here, particularly stuff surrounding certain geological things that go on. I am so excited. It's building. I'm in the home stretch. I love this series so much. The whole situation at Camp Half-Blood and in the Greek world is just getting worse and worse, and it's building up to this crescendo. I enjoy this book so much and I can't wait to like go back and reread it and pick it up. So yes, I'm bending the rules with elemental magic, but it's for a good cause. It's for my enjoyment. So there we go. That's my reread for the month.
And here we go. Ambitious. Card number 8 is literary fiction. Read a book classed as literary fiction. Well, we'll see what I have.
Okay, so I've just drawn the literary fiction card, which is to read a book classed as literary fiction. The book that I've chosen for this is Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is such a colourful book. This is a book about British women, I believe. It has short stories told, and they're all sort of connected, I believe, and it's all about a different woman at all time. This book is Britain as you've never read it. This book is Britain as it's never been told. From the top of the country to the bottom, across more than a century of change, growth and struggle and life, Girl, Woman, Other follows 12 very different characters with an intertwined journey of discovery. It's about the past, it's about the future, it's fiction, and it's history. It's a novel about who we are now. It seems really cool. It just seems really interesting. Can't wait to pick it up. I look forward to reading it. There we go. That's my literary fiction card.
Card number 9 is Disabled / Neurodivergent Representation. Read any book by a disabled / neurodivergent author and or featuring a disabled / neurodivergent protagonist.
Next, as you just saw, the card that I drew was Neurodivergent / Disabled Rep. This book is a book that I need to read for book club. This month we're reading The Kiss Quotient. It's again by Helen Huang. I'll probably reread this before I pick up The Heart Principle, but I'm looking forward to it. I love this book so much. I am a bit annoyed because I got this in the UK and I don't know why this plastic just keeps coming off the book. I'm looking forward to reading it. I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
And finally, card number 10 is A Roar Rang Through the Air. Read any book featuring a magical beast. Okay, I can do that.
And last but definitely not least, we have A Roar Rang Through the Air. Read a book featuring a magical creature. The last time I used this card, I chose the second book in this series, and with this card, I'm choosing the final book in the series. I'm talking about the Kane Chronicles. So this is the Serpents Shadow. This is the third book in the Kane Chronicles. As you can see, there is a serpent's shadow hovering around the world. If you're familiar with Egyptian mythology, Apophis has come back and is ready to swallow the world, so the end of days has come upon them. So this book is the major battle between Sadie, Carter, and the House of Light versus Chaos Incarnate. I'm so excited. So yes, magical beast, a bit more than a magical beast, like a mythical beast on here. I really enjoy Rick Riordan's writing, and this just makes me happy. So there we go. Serpent's Shadow for A Roar Rang Through the Air. So those are all the books that I'm going to try and read in May. Wish me luck. Some of them are a bit thicker than I'm expecting, but we'll see what I can do. I hope you've been able to pick up something from this round. Wish me luck, because I have no idea if I'm actually going to be able to read all of these books in May. I'll do my best. May is a day longer than April, so hopefully I'll be able to do it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe if you want more bookish content. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, depending on when you're watching this. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.